This is a new series I'm calling Distinctions Between Things.
The difference between a language and a dialect is that a language is a dialect with an army and a navy. The difference between Old English and Middle English is the Norman Conquest, and the difference between Middle English and Modern English is the Great Vowel Shift. The difference between phonetics and phonology is that phonetics is what you actually say, and phonology is what you think you say. The difference between tone and intonation is that the tone changes the meaning of the word, and the intonation changes the meaning of the sentence. The difference between the different types of affixes is that a prefix goes at the front of a word, a suffix goes at the end of a word, an infix gets stuck right in the middle of a word, and a circumfix goes on both sides of a word at once. The difference between the different types of writing systems is that in an alphabet, each symbol represents one sound. In a syllabary, each symbol represents one syllable. In a logographic writing system, each symbol represents one word. In an abjad, each symbol represents one consonant, and the vowels aren't written. These are sometimes called consonantaries. In an abugida, each symbol represents one consonant, and the vowels are written as modifiers on the consonant. And in a featural system, each symbol represents a feature of the sound. So, for example, whether it's voiced or voiceless, like if your vocal folds are vibrating. The difference between American English and British English is the R sound. The difference between philology and linguistics is that philology is the study of literary texts, and linguistics is the scientific study of language. The difference between a consonant, a vowel, and a semivowel is that a consonant involves some sort of obstruction of the airway in the mouth, a vowel involves no obstruction in the airway, and semivowels are vowels pretending to be consonants. The difference between Scottish Gaelic, Scots, and Scottish English is that Scottish Gaelic is a Celtic language related to Irish, Scots is a Germanic language related to English, and Scottish English is a dialect of English spoken in Scotland. The difference between a long vowel and a geminate is that long vowels are simply vowels that you hold for a longer period of time, and geminates are consonants that you hold for a longer period of time. So a geminate is basically a long consonant. The difference between an affricate and a diphthong is an affricate is two sounds pronounced together that we perceive as one sound, like cha in English is a combination of ta and sha, cha. And a diphthong is two vowels that we perceive as one vowel. So like the vowel I is a combination of and e, I.